So this is why I would say that what we're talking about right now is not the best advice I ever got, but the advice I got that shaped
what we're after
happened.
here is things people said that shaped who you became.
Right.
Whether or not it's positive or negative advice.
It's taken me decades to understand that this is just the way I am. If I am a person who likes many different things, I should embrace that. If my mind, my brain, my soul, my consciousness is based on bringing everything I see together into a beautiful, chaotic whole, that's how I should live my life. Society doesn't always allow that to happen, right? And that's a challenge that I faced all throughout the rest of my learning. It wasn't until high school that I decided I actually wanted to do science at all. It wasn't until late in college that I decided I wanted to do astronomy. All through that time, even when
so what'd you major in?
Astronomy and astrophysics and physics.
Oh, okay.
While I was singing, while I was performing.
No, but you did figure out by college that would be your major.
That was what the major wound up. Well, I couldn't decide. I actually wound up, putting a bunch of names after my degree. So even in graduate school, I very much was at risk of not succeeding in academia because I could not fit easily into a well-focused mold. My advisors...
A mold shaped by others who pass judgment on your arc of
Yes, and not
career.
necessarily on me. These are well-meaning, talented, successful people in the field. They were seeing how I was interacting with the field and making an assessment that in order for me to be successful, I got to do this instead of that, right? And so I got that kind of information to me a lot. One of the things was indeed, if I were to write a letter of reference for you for a postdoctoral position or whatever, I would say...
This is someone speaking of you.
That's right. This person was well-meaningly giving me advice. I had probably actually asked this person, for what do you think? And he would say, if I were to write a letter of reference for you for a job application, I would say this guy has loads of talent, but maybe not quite enough focus to do a particular thing really well that you need to as you move forward in society. And this was a very meaningful piece of information for me. And so for decades, I continued to try to focus. And it turns out that I was able, very fortunately, to focus just enough on certain things to make people feel like, okay, you can fit into this, whether you're a square or a round peg. My career, my life,
were you square or were you round?
I was icosahedral. Okay.
How many sides does an icosahedron
20.
have?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
got
yes.
it.
D&D, percentile dash. You roll D20?
No, sorry.
You
sorry.
didn't play D&D?
I had friends in high school.